Abram's Kaizen method.
Abram's Kaizen method.
Kaizen program.
Kaizen method training.
I joined Abram's Kaizen program in January of 2024. I lost 92 pounds in 51 weeks, kept it off for 7.5 months, and then went on to lose an additional 13 pounds, making my total weight loss over 100 pounds. I did this by following the guides, by reaching out and talking to the coaches, and really just trying to make things as easy as possible.
I have lost 45 pounds in 6 months, and I am stoked. It is so easy, and it's just so thoughtful, and I have learned so much from this program.
What I love about Kaizen method training is it's not a fad diet. It's not a starve yourself program, count your calories, and work out endless hours of the day to try to lose weight. It is a program about mental, emotional, and physical health. It truly has transformed me as a person. I've lost over 50 pounds. This truly is a program about finding who you are and just being the best version of yourself.
I am on my 3rd month with the process, and it's been very successful for me. I am down about 45 pounds. I've had a challenging lifelong condition with weight, and I was looking and finally found this one.
I would say the biggest accomplishment is I've lost 33 pounds of fat and gained almost 5 pounds of muscle in this 6 weeks, which is crazy. Do you remember back to like one of our first calls? I was really concerned because I started dropping like a pound a day for like the first 10 days. And I was really worried about it. I'm like, something's off. This can't be sustainable, all this kind of thing. So I would say that's really the biggest thing. In addition to that, we're working on all other aspects of my life.
I love that so much. All right, so I got to zoom in here. You lost 33 pounds in 6 weeks and gained 5 pounds of muscle. All right, please tell me, what is the macro content of your meals, and how many calories am I telling you to eat?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, is that there is no calorie counting, there's no macros. We're not recording any of that information at all. So that's the crazy part.
How hard is it for you to follow?
It's not hard. I feel like coming into the program, we talk about different root causes for things. My root cause was hormonal. So by addressing that, like the weight is actually just falling off without much adjustment.
I dropped over 40 pounds. My blood sugars are normal. My emotional health is better. My mental state is better. I handle stress a lot better. I sleep a lot better. I found some simple truths that Abram told me, and I applied them to my life, and I started losing weight. And that's just in 3 months, and it's continuing to improve.
I had lost 37 pounds from starting towards the end of August. Having Marina on this journey with me has been like the best. We're lifelong friends at this point. Even once we're done with the program, that we'll still contact each other, and we get along on so many different levels. We're very similar to each other as far as we're both high accountability and a high standard. There's somebody else does the same thing. So it's really helpful finding that additional friend that I would never have met if it wasn't for this program.
I think the biggest thing, you should admit you need help. And I think that's what's the hardest for people to do. It's not to reach out for help, it's admitting the help that you need. The second thing is reach out for help.
Sitting there and making excuses of, I'll do this next week, or I'll do it next month, or next year,
You need to learn how to put yourself first. And I think this program does help you to make this possible without sacrificing a big part of your life.
I am a vegetarian, so finding food that, works with my lifestyle and something that is sustainable for me also was very important, which I received in Abram's program. Since I started the program in August, I have lost over 50 pounds. For those of you who are considering joining the program, I would highly recommend you to do so.
Well, the biggest benefit is I lost over 40 pounds.
That's great.
And that was one of my goals, is losing weight where I was stuck for so long. And, it's just learning how to make those small changes and stick with and build on those. So it doesn't, again, it becomes a habit, and it doesn't feel like you've changed anything and you've changed so much because you've just done those little tiny things every single day.
What did you think about like the whole microbiome reset approach versus like counting calories or tracking macros or anything like that? What was your experience with that?
I thought it was way easier. It was way easier. It was much more satisfying because, again, you're not taking away. It made me feel so much more full. I'm realizing, yeah, I don't need to have a full plate of food.
I have been with Kaizen for a little over a year. I've lost 35 pounds in the last year. I joined the program having recently been diagnosed with a autoimmune disease. This program has allowed me to heal internally as well as just mentally. I have been able to make some really hard decisions that I had the courage to do because of this program.
When I joined, I learned that my stress was causing me to hang on to the fat I had on my belly through cortisol. And so Abram's trainings taught me that there were other ways for me to process my stress. And I did that, and it's just been life-changing. I have lost 28 pounds, 9 the last month. I just want everyone to know that if you're struggling with weight, there is a way out.
I had reached the point of feeling that I was just powerless and didn't have any more options to reach my goals. I had actually scheduled surgery to have a full tummy tuck and liposuction when I came across the ad for the Kaizen method. Fast forward these 11 months, I have lost around 26 pounds. That includes putting on some pounds of muscle. I've lost probably 12 or 13 inches around my waist. And all of this without ever dealing with deprivation or guilt.
Before joining the Kaizen method training program, I was an all-time low in terms of how I felt in my body and an all-time high in my weight. I've lost 26 pounds. Within the first 2 weeks, my body pain and my joint pain were gone. I just feel good, and I feel super excited to meet my life in all the ways that I've been wanting to.
I joined this program 13 weeks ago, and I have to say I have been very impressed with the program thus far. I have actually lost 25 pounds in this short amount of time, and that is just amazing and unheard of for me. And I've tried a lot of the different weight loss programs that are out there, but I've never had this degree of success.
For the past 10 years, I've struggled with my weight. As it's piled on, as I went through perimenopause and menopause, I ended up 50 pounds over an ideal weight and really 40 pounds over my typical weight. I just continued to gain. Once I started this program, though, I started to lose. And within a week, my belly was not bloated. I have been losing weight slowly, steadily, which is what I know had to happen. This program really is the answer for me in my quest to find a food-based approach rather than supplements or other synthetic approaches.
My friend introduced me to Abram's Kaizen method training program, and in February I joined, and since then I've lost 25 pounds. I'm super proud of myself, very thrilled, but so much more than that. It has been a journey about learning about me, about planning ahead, and just so much mental health, which has been amazing. Abram will teach you about yourself, and he will not give up. He and his staff are there for you 24/7.
21 weeks into the program, I'm halfway to my weight goal. I'm sleeping better, which I never realized was that big of an issue until I followed this program to do a sleep routine. I now no longer have body aches, body pains, low energy. I'm feeling great and energized and love sharing with the mentors in the group and everyone that is also on the same journey.
So the problem that I had before joining the Kaizen method training program was consistency and support, full support. I have both of those now. I was able to follow the whole plan, 52 weeks. Boom, it's great. I lost 25 pounds.
Prior to Kaizen, I was dealing with a lot of side effects with menopause. I started following Abram on Facebook, and after a few videos, I realized a lot of what he said resonated with me, and I decided to inquire with his program. And I am happy to say that I am 20 weeks in. I have lost almost 20 pounds.
I've been in the Kaizen program for about 3.5 months. And before I started Kaizen, I was really struggling with losing the 30 pounds that I had gained about 8 years ago. And no matter what I did, it seemed that I just could not get this stubborn weight off. And I found this program based on a video that I saw of Abram talking about eating more fruit. And I was like, well, isn't fruit a bad thing? According to like keto and low sugar and all that stuff, something I shouldn't be eating. So it piqued my curiosity, and I ended up on a call, and I really just dove head first into this program, and I have zero regrets. I've lost nearly 20 pounds from my highest weight, and I have done that in a way that has been so sustainable.
Over a month into the program, and y'all, it's really easy. I'm about 6 weeks in and 20 pounds down. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but I'm not buying supplements. I'm not doing meal services. I'm not doing all these extra things. So in the end, it's actually a wash. And if you look at the long term, I'm going to be ahead because I'll be done and I'll sustain this for the rest of my life.
I was battling depression from menopause, hormonal imbalance, not sleeping, layer of fat on my body. 21 weeks in, and it has been a life-changing event, and I am happy, and I have more energy than I had, and I did lose the weight that I needed to in the end, but my hormones are balanced. So if you're thinking about this program, I say go for it.
I had super bad insomnia. I was staying awake for days, and it was just not good. Even out my hormones and learning how to get my body to go to sleep at the time that I need it to and stay asleep has been just invaluable. Now I've been on the program for 2 months and I've lost 20 pounds.
I'm a mom of 6 that was battling perimenopausal hormonal imbalance, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and increasing insulin resistance. Since starting the program, I've been able to learn and understand better how my choices are impacting my overall health, and that small and simple and consistent changes can lead to really big gains.
I joined Abram's Kaizen Method training program back on February 4th, and it is July 12th, and I have lost 18 pounds with this program. I was dealing with menopause and gut issues when I joined the program. Once I fixed the gut issues and figured out I was gluten intolerant, and my gut got better, I started dropping weight like nobody's business.
This program is so easy to follow. I've now completed 3.5 weeks, and I am happy to say I'm down about 12 pounds.
I am now only 3 months into the program, and I'm feeling so much happier and healthier and more vibrant and alive. I have so much more mental clarity. My physical performance has skyrocketed. I am eating without restriction, without macro counting, without calorie counting. I am learning how to fuel my body and also to love it for everything that it is capable of. And it has been such an amazing change.
It is very easy to lose weight on this program. It's just about eating foods at the right times and changing your mindset, as well as addressing the main things that may be barriers to your weight loss. For me, it was hormonal stress. Stressful job, just was in a stressful state and just couldn't take off that weight.
My biggest problem with all the other programs that I've ever been on is the fact that they are not sustainable. And the minute you stop, the weight just comes straight back on. With the Kaizen program, that is not the case. So yes, I would very much recommend this Kaizen program to anyone who's looking to lose weight and keep it off.
I've learned after joining this program that just by incorporating simple, small changes every day, that the weight would eventually come off. It really is about a lifestyle change. And I think this program is so doable. Anyone can do it.
I committed to the program and I've lost 13 pounds since then. And if I were to be my future self speaking to me today, I would say, hey, thanks for joining the Kaizen Method training program.